Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a fantastic day, and I hope you guys had a really great Thanksgiving yesterday with your friends and family. And hopefully, some really great food, but not too many calories, right? I don't know about you guys, but I really struggled managing my calories yesterday. I definitely went over what I was planning on doing, but I guess that's what Thanksgivings are for, right? So yeah, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and I really appreciate you all being here. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much for the love and the support. In today's video, we are going to be doing another Walking Dead Q&A, and you guys know Q&A Fridays are a thing. I'm going to be doing a Q&A every single Friday, so it's really important that you guys drop comments down below and ask questions. So every single Friday, I'll have enough questions to do a Q&A video with you guys, and it really means the world to me. I love doing these videos. They're my favorite videos to make. So yeah, if you guys want to know how you can get your questions to me, DM me on Instagram at Daryl's_vest, or just drop a comment down below, and just make sure you put Q&A before you ask the question, so I know it's for the Q&A videos and not just a question you want me to answer in the comments, right? So I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Thank you very much for the love and the support. Let's get right into it, man. So the first question we have is Q&A. What's your most nostalgic moment when you think of The Walking Dead? For me, it's Shane looking out the window and Civilian playing. I get chills when I see that scene. Overall, Season 2 is very nostalgic for me, and for some reason, Season 9 is very nostalgic for me as well. I have no idea why, seeing how there's even older seasons. But seeing that time period and even early Season 10, it's just super nostalgic for me. Yeah, so I appreciate your question a lot, man. It really means a lot. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'd say my most nostalgic moment in The Walking Dead. Man, it's such a hard question to answer because there's just so many, right? I've been watching the show for 12 years now, I think. 13 years or something crazy. And I mean, yeah, I would say some of the ones that just jump to the front of my memory, I would say would be season 2 for sure. Just, season 2, episode 1, What Lies Ahead. That was such a great episode. And just seeing them on the road with that little walker herd that came through, which now would probably be considered a pretty small herd, right? But I mean, on this, with the scale of The Walking Dead and some of the hordes that we've seen, I would say that little zombie herd we had in season 2, episode 1 was not very big, but just the intensity in that scene when they're hiding under the cars and Sophia running away and Carl getting shot, meeting Herschel, Maggie and Glenn's relationship starting up, which became such a beautiful relationship in the show. I would say season 2 is probably the most nostalgic moment for me. I really love season 2, man. Even going back and rewatching it, even some of those filler episodes, right? It just hits different, and I truly adore season 2. So I agree with you on that, man. And I also agree with you now on season 9. Season 9 is probably a top 3 season for me. I really like season 6, season 5, and then probably season 9 would be my next favorite. Those are probably my top 3 seasons. So yeah, I agree with you on season 9. There's just something about after the Savior War ended, seeing Rick building the bridge and trying to, unite all the communities, it was awesome. Season 9 had a very good feel, and, that was Angela Kang's first season as showrunner. So, I mean, you have to give some credit to her, absolutely. I think that change-up was really nice. While I didn't hate Scott Gimple's work at all, I think The Walking Dead rose to crazy heights because of him. I do think that it was time for a change, and I think Angela Kang really just, freshened up The Walking Dead in Season 9, absolutely, and it was a great season. Next question we have is Q&A. Which character do you identify with the most? For me, it's Carol. I grew up as a meek, anxious individual, always trying to please those around me without thinking about myself. I am now learning to just find my strength and trust myself. I love your videos. You put so much into your videos and really make them stand out from other Walking Dead channels. I like how you get a little bit more personal. The Walking Dead is about humans being human. Also, I like the analytical approach and the human approach to your videos. Well, thank you very much. It means the world to me that you look into it that much because some people don't, obviously. Some people just come for The Walking Dead, but obviously building or being able to build somewhat of a relationship or a connection with you guys is what I'm trying to do. I want to be, a human being as well, not just some random voice on the internet. I want you guys to know a little bit about me and, obviously relate to me, you know what I mean, and have the things I say resonate with you guys. So that means a lot to me. As to your Q&A question, I would say the character I identify the most with would definitely be Daryl, for sure. I see a lot of Daryl in myself and a lot of myself in Daryl. I think, honestly, I just relate with him because I feel like my growth and my development in my life has been very similar to Daryl's in the show. How Daryl started off being very mean and just very short fused and rude. and now he's like, singing with Laurent crying. You know what I mean? It's just like that's practically me. Like I'm having a daughter next year, and I feel like I was just this really bitter, cold person. And I can still be that way, just like Daryl can still be that way too. Kind of like whenever Laurent cut the rope. Remember in Daryl Dixon season one when Laurent cut the rope and the boat, flew away, or not flew away, but, went down the stream. Um, Daryl got mad and was screaming at him and stuff and all that stuff. And I still have those flashes, but I also am just not like that all the time. You know what I mean? So I think in the end, I identify the most with Daryl for sure. He's very similar to me, and he's always been like my comfort character. Like I was always, if Daryl dies, we riot, like 100%. I'm not gonna ever be okay with him killing Daryl. He deserves a happily ever after, and if he ever dies in The Walking Dead, I swear, I'm gonna be absolutely so PO'd. It's not even gonna be funny, dude. So yeah, I would say Daryl for sure, and I really appreciate your comment. After you asked your question about how much you appreciate my videos, it really means a lot to me. So thank you very much. It means the world to me. Next question, Q&A. You are all alone and you turn a corner and are faced with a herd of walkers. How do you deal with them? I would run away. If I turned a corner and there was a herd of walkers, I'm just going to go back to the corner I just turned and try to find a different place to escape for sure. I'm not like one of those guys that's like, oh, I'm going to beat them all. I'm just going to destroy them. Like, no. Like, no. I'm just going to run. It's not worth the time. Even if I could, destroy them all, I'm not going to do it. I would absolutely just run away, 1,000%. Next question we have here is Q&A. Why do you think in episode 6 of season 2, Lori mentions Rick's brother, but no one ever mentions him ever again, especially Rick? Do you think the writers are going to introduce him at some point? So yeah, that's very interesting, man. I really don't know off the top of my head if I think they're going to introduce Rick's brother. I mean, I don't. You can't really. You can never say never, right? With The Walking Dead. They brought back Morales, for crying out loud. So if they brought back Morales, they could probably introduce Rick Grimes' brother, right? I mean, they could probably do that. I could see that happening. But at the same time, do I personally think it's going to happen? Like, no. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it definitely could happen because The Walking Dead is just like that. I think they have so much power and so much potential to do whatever they want in the entire world with this. So I think, there's definitely a chance that could happen. Next question we have is Q&A. Do you think Jeffrey Grimes will show up in Daryl Dixon season 3, possibly as a villain? So he's asking multiple questions here, so I'm just going to answer that one first. No, I don't think Jeffrey Grimes is going to show up in Daryl Dixon. That's an interesting question. That's kind of like back-to-back questions about the same thing, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Grimes is Rick's brother, right? I believe it is. So, yeah, back-to-back questions about the same thing. That's funny. But no, I don't think he's going to show up in season 3. Next question he has is, what happened to Virgil? I really don't know, man. That's one of those things that The Walking Dead does where like characters just disappear. And I don't really know why they do that because I wonder if they think like, hey, this character's not that important, they're not huge characters. Like it's no disrespect to the actor who played Virgil or the job he did. I think he did a very good job, but some characters just don't take off like others did. Like how Daryl just took off? He wasn't the main character, but he came onto the screen and he just stole the show. That doesn't happen with everybody. It's hard to do. And I would say in the end, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to Virgil, really. Next question he has is, do you think that the mystery group Connie was going to be sent to at the Commonwealth train will show up as the place that Heath went? That's a very good theory. That's a very good point there. That's very interesting. See, this is why I like you guys a lot, man. This is why I love you guys. You guys come up with these very interesting theories and crazy questions. And I mean, I'm a big nerd for The Walking Dead, bro. I've seen the show 100 times, and sometimes you ask me questions, and I'm like, wait, that's crazy. I don't even remember that. But that's a very good point, dude. I don't believe that's what's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did either, to be honest. I wouldn't be that shocked. I could see it happening. But if you're asking me, do I personally believe it's going to, I would say no. But, I mean, great theory, dude. You guys are the best, dude. The Walking Dead fans are absolutely the best. You guys are awesome. And here we have the final question for today's Q&A video. Q&A. Do you think there's a chance Maggie doesn't know that Rick came back? I know Dead City is 6 years into the future, but maybe she moved away from the communities for whatever reason and cut off contact. I know it's very likely she does know and will never get a true reunion scene between the two. It's so disappointing as they've got one of the best relationships in the Walking Dead universe in my opinion. Also, it would be interesting to see if maybe Rick blamed her a bit for his disappearance and to see if she feels guilty. Keep up all the content, man. I'm loving it all. So thank you very much for the question. I appreciate it. I love making videos with you guys, or for you guys, I guess we could say, but I feel like I'm doing this with you. You know what I mean? I feel like we're a team, and it really means a lot to me that you guys, take the time to be so thoughtful and leave questions and show me support. So thank you very much. Now, to answer your question, I don't know, man. I just don't really know. Maybe she doesn't know, right? There's a chance that she does not know because if Dead City is 6 years in the future, then, I mean, maybe she left before he got there. Maybe she wanted to get away right after The Walking Dead season 11 ended. I mean, we don't really know what happened with Maggie right after season 11 concluded, right? I mean, it's very interesting to think about for sure. But here's the question. Like, what if something happened? What if Rick came back and then something bad happened with Maggie? Something bad happened with Negan? What if something happened and there was a big, like, fight or something, right? And maybe there was a big, like, civil war or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting to think about. What if the characters, like, turned against each other or something and there was just a big fallout and everyone started fighting and then they just had to leave? Or what if Maggie just had to get out of there, right? I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. I think there's a lot of things they could do, but I just don't know. I don't really know if she knows. Now, if you're asking me, like, if I have to tell you what I think, because it's a coin flip. I just have no idea. But I would say that she does not know that Rick came back. But at the same time, what if in the Dead City storyline it just doesn't make sense to talk about Rick? Because maybe they both know that Rick came back. Maybe Maggie and Negan had already had multiple interactions with Rick. You know what I mean? And in Dead City, it's just like it was like a normal thing. Like, oh, Rick's back. He's been back for years. No one really cares anymore. You know what I mean? So we'll have to wait and see. But it's definitely interesting to think about for sure. And that's a wonderful question. I really appreciate the nice comments and everything. So, but that's gonna do it, man. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. It means the world to me. You guys are the best. The Walking Dead fans are by far the best fans in any universe, in my opinion. I think that we are elite. And so all the love and all the support really means the world. The channel's been growing a lot, and keep it up, guys. Keep showing me support. Keep dropping likes. Keep subscribing. Keep telling your parents, your grandparents, your cousins, your sisters, everybody. Tell everybody about me, man. Help me get out there, and I hope that I can keep this going for a long time and do good. It means the world to me that you guys support me. So thank you so much for the love. I hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving, and it's holiday season, and it's just awesome. It's so special. Unfortunately, we don't have any Walking Dead on right now, which we would if the original series was still going, which they should have just kept it going, to be honest, in my opinion. But it's still Walking Dead season, man. I'm going to keep uploading videos for you guys. We're going to come up with interesting topics and have a lot of fun stuff to talk about for sure. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe out there in the crazy world. Don't forget, click the link in the description if you want to get some Dr. Squatch at a crazy discount. It helps me out, so thank you so much. And also, drop a like, subscribe, share. Drop your Q&A questions down below for next Friday's Q&A. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe out there in the crazy world, man. I love you guys. Peace.